What is up, people on the interwebs? I hope you're having an amazing day and welcome to Nerdy Nails. And we have finished it, guys. We did it. So if you haven't been aware of what I've been doing the last couple of weeks on this channel, so I've been doing the Christmas challenge nail art calendar challenge, where for the last few weeks, counting down towards Christmas Day, I have been making a Christmas inspired nail art from nail polishes that have come out of Christmas advent calendars. Now the challenge seems fairly straightforward, but I did add in an extra spice because I didn't do one advent calendar, I did 3 advent calendars right here. So it was quite a lot of hard work, but we did it. There was a couple of times where it was pretty close, I might have missed a day, but I brought it back and overall we did it. So that is a good achievement on the Nerdy Nails channel. We did it, we did the countdown, and it was a pretty fun ride. I hope you guys also enjoyed the countdown towards Christmas with these advent calendars. And I just wanted to make a quick video today just to review the advent calendars to see was it worth it for the price I paid for them, and are they good value for what was in the advent calendars. So just a quick review of all of these advent calendars to see which is the best one and maybe which one should you keep an eye out for next year. Now let's start off with the 2 advent calendars we got from Ciate London. Now both of these ones are really nice. Ciate is quite a good trustworthy brand. I've bought a lot of nail polish from them in the past, so I always have a good upheld reputation for them, and the polishes you normally get are pretty cool, amazing, and definitely different from the bog standard polishes you can get out there. Now retail price for these advent calendars, both of them about £50. I paid £35 for each of these as I got a discount code. So I highly recommend to go Google discount codes, as you can normally find one somewhere. So definitely recommend, if you want to save some dollar bills, go Google advent discount code, since you can normally find one from any brand. Overall, the value of these advent calendars and what you get, they're pretty good actually. I think what you get in these boxes and the price and the value, is it worth the money? I would say yes, especially if you're wanting to build up a nail polish collection and you don't really know what kind of polishes you want to get, and you kind of also want to try and save a bit of cash in the long run, since in these polishes you have 24 days, and normally advent calendars you do on occasion get the kind of stock filler where they just pad out a few of the doors with some cheap products. Out of the 24 days on both of them, you only really got one. In this one it was a mini nail file, and in this one it was some temporary cuticle / nail tattoos. But out the rest of the 23 days you are actually getting nail polish. So overall that is some good value in my books, especially when it comes to advent calendars, as I've had a few in the past where you definitely get more kind of padding in the days. And out of the 23 days in the types of polishes you get for both of these, so out of the 23 days that wasn't padding for the advent calendars, we got 22 of them were the mini Ciate London ones, where these are just their mini nail polish sets. So their retail price is about £6 and they're about 5 millilitres big. And then on the final day, on Christmas Eve, you get one of their big nail polish bottles, which is about 12 millilitres, and their retail price is about £12. So overall, to get 22 small ones, 1 big one, and then 1 kind of padding in the box is pretty good, since if you were going to buy 22 of these at £6, one of these at £12, then your overall checkout bill at the end would be definitely over £100. So my favourite polish from the Ciate London Advent Calendar from 2018 was definitely Supernova. It's a white glittery polish with a purple shimmer. It's really nice, and I did some really nice nail art with this polish on day 16 of the Christmas Advent Calendar. We did some really nice Jack Skellington nail art, so if you like Jack Skellington, definitely check out the video if you haven't seen it. And then for this Advent Calendar, it was definitely Kiss Chase, which is just a nice shade of pink. Definitely a nice shade, I really like it, and I just did some really nice pink spiral. So probably out of this one, that was definitely my favourite nail art design I did, and definitely check that one out if you haven't seen it. That was day 6 for this advent calendar. So overall, these two Christmas advent calendars are really good, and I think they are quite good value for the money. My only kind of critique for both of these advent calendars, and my least favourite polish from both of them, as it appeared twice, which I hated so much, as I just think it's such a gross colour, and that is Cyclone. So this polish is like a brown orangey shade polish with like a purpley blue orange shimmer, and my biggest reason why I just don't like this colour, it's just trying to be too many different colours at once. It's trying to be brown, trying to be orange, trying to be purple, trying to be blue. There's too much colour contrast, and I just don't really like the shade. I'm not a big fan of this polish, and I think it's quite hard because I'm normally not a kind of polish snob. I will pretty much like majority of colours, but for some reason this one, it just doesn't sit with me. I just don't like this colour at all. I just think it's gross. So that's my only colour I didn't like in these two advent calendars, and I just found it absolutely sucked that it appeared twice. So maybe it's not a bestseller, maybe Ciate puts them in to try to get rid of them, but I don't know. I'm just not a big fan of it. And the only kind of small thing I noticed with these two advent calendars was there was definitely a few repeat polishes from this advent calendar appeared in this one, and it's not too bad. I don't mind getting duplicate ones, especially if I really like a polish and it comes back, but I kind of like a bit of a mixed variety. But I kind of feel at the same time I must be a small proportion of people who buy the advent calendars yearly. Pretty most people buy it as a one-off, so I'm not too heartbroken to have a few duplicates, but I do like to always try and get different polishes in the advent calendars, especially when it comes to reviewing them, so there's just a bit more variety. But I'm probably that small percentage who buys one every year, where most people probably buy it as a one-off. But overall, you do get some really nice colours in all of them. If you want to check out more detail, definitely look at the journey of the Christmas advent calendar I did over Christmas. And if you just want to build up a decent nail polish collection, getting an advent calendar for nail polish is always a good start. It's a quick, simple, effective way to build up your collection, and also get a nice variety of polishes you might have necessarily not think to buy out of the blue. It's always nice to get them in a random box because it just kind of opens your colour palette a lot more. And now moving on to the last nail polish advent calendar I tried out as well, which is a Technic nail polish advent calendar. So this one is on the cheaper scale. It was about, I think it's about £20. I'm not 100% sure on the price, since I actually got this one as a gift from my parents, but they said they kind of spent roughly around £20 for this one. So this is probably one of your cheaper nail polish advent calendars you can get on the market. So I think out of the advent calendars, considering this one was roughly £20 and the other ones are £50, I think you can definitely see the price difference and the kind of the quality you get from the products, since with this one there's definitely more kind of product filler, since in this one, out of the 24 days, 6 of them was filler. So we didn't get nail polish in 6 of the doors. It was kind of some small wooden sticks, some nail files, some pots with jewels in, and a kind of plastic cuticle pusher stick. So those kind of days were definitely filler, and for kind of getting the products, it's quite cheap to get those kind of ones. So there was definitely more filler in this one compared to the Ciate ones. So you are kind of paying the money for what you get, where considering this one is cheaper, I'm not really surprised there is more kind of product filler in this one than getting actual nail polish, compared to the Ciate one where there was only one filler. So out of the two, you're definitely getting kind of what you pay for each advent calendar. Granted, this one still wasn't a bad one. We still got some really nice colours in this advent calendar. You know, I always kind of feel like with cheaper ones, like these kind of ones, you're not really going to get any kind of fancy colours. I always think you're just going to get like a plain colour. But even with this one, we still got some glitter polishes, some with shimmer in, and overall we still got some nice ones. So that was very impressive with this one. I think from this one, my favourite design I did for nail art wasn't actually one of the polishes. I think it was day 8 where I actually got the wooden sticks. I made a nice French tip snowman design, and I think for this advent calendar, that one was definitely my favourite nail art design I made. I think polish wise for this one, for my favourite, probably was day 24. I quite liked the small silver pot of glitter or silver glitter polish I got on that one, so that polish was definitely really nice. I think that's another thing worth pointing out with this one as well. Normally in advent calendars on the last day, you normally get a slightly bigger or better gift, where for Ciate you got a full bottle of an actual product, where for this one we still got a small size polish. So the polish was about this size, and for kind of quality for the money you spend, you are kind of seeing the difference between the two, where for this one it's about 4.5 milliliters, where for even for the small Ciate ones they were 5 milliliters. So you're still getting kind of better value for the Ciate one, even though you are paying more money. But overall, this was still a nice nail polish advent calendar. And I think out of the three, probably for creativity, I actually preferred this one, because I think the Christmassy nail art designs I actually made better nail art from this advent calendar compared to the other two Ciate London. So I think that's just an important thing to show. You don't have to spend a lot of money, even if you still want to make amazing creative nail art. You can still do it with a lower, cheaper nail polish advent calendar. And to be honest, overall, I would still buy all three. I can't say none of them have kind of put me off that I'll never buy from that product again. They were all pretty good advent calendars, and I think the money you spend for each advent calendar, you are kind of getting the quality of those products back. So overall, all three are good on a cheaper budget. Then these Technic ones are just as good as the Ciate London ones. But at the end of the day, guys, it depends what you want and what kind of polish you want or not. But all of them are all good advent calendars. Again, I would buy them all in a heartbeat. And to be quite honest, guys, if you do want the more expensive Ciate London ones that are £50, if you don't really care when you get the advent calendar and you just want the polish inside the boxes, if you wait after Christmas, all the advent calendars just kind of plummet for price. Like, I've actually just bought the Ciate London's advent calendar for this year, because I actually didn't buy the one they released this year. I've used ones from previous years, and obviously retail price is £50. I got it for £24 this year. So really, if you just want the polish inside and you want to save some money, just wait after Christmas and buy the advent calendars, because they are always cheaper after Christmas. The price just plummets. But there you guys have it. That's just my quick little review of all the advent calendars. Highly recommend all of them, and I think it's always great to get a Christmas advent calendar, as it definitely kind of opens the horizons of what colours and possibilities you can make with nail art. Especially, it just gives you that better chance of trying out a new colour you may have never actually bought yourself. So I think always great advent calendar for nail polish. I really love the idea of these every year, and I will probably always try and get a nail polish advent calendar, as I just love them so much. But that's pretty much for today's video. I'm definitely going to do this again next year. I've actually bought the Ciate London one for this year's of 2020, but if there's any other advent calendars you may see nearer to Christmas of 2021, you know, let me know if you want me to review it. I'll buy it and I'll test it out alongside the one from Ciate London, because I definitely want to give other brands a try. I've seen OPI does one, Essie, you know, if you want me to try out some other ones, or even brands you've seen that does a nail polish advent calendar, you know, let me know. I'll give it a go and we'll try it out for Christmas of 2021. But that's everything for today's video. If you have enjoyed today's video, please leave me a like. If you have any ideas or nail art ideas you want to see, let me know in the comments down below. And just remember, guys, keep being awesome, keep being amazing. I hope you have a happy new year, and hopefully 2021 will be a better year than 2020, and I just hope you're all staying safe. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next nail art video. Bye!